Greetings one and all, this is Grudgel, your host for today's video. This particular video is in response to a monthly build challenge put out by Commonwealth Charlie on Cordless VII's Discord server called Vault VII. For the month of March 2018, the challenge is to take the Red Rocket truck stop location outside of Sanctuary Hills and transform it into a tavern and an inn. So it needs to serve food and or drink, as well as have lodging available. Now this settlement is partially inspired by those two back-to-back Nuka-Cola billboards that are at the end of the parking lot of the Red Rocket location, as well as by Sheffield, the recovering alcoholic that you find in Diamond City, and you give him a Nuka-Cola and he comes and becomes one of your settlers. So I sent him to this Red Rocket, and since he swears by Nuka-Cola and can't be around alcohol, he turned it into the Red Rocket Nuka-Cola Bar. It is an alcohol-free social gathering place for settlers of both the Red Rocket settlement, actually all three, the Red Rocket settlement, the Abernathy Farm settlement, as well as Sanctuary Hills settlement that is right up the road there. He saw an opportunity with this roadway and the news and the information of settlers moving to Sanctuary Hills, as well as the traders that were coming to ply their wares there. And he initially started out by setting up this Nuka World cart, fully stocked with Nuka-Colas. And after he made some tidy profit doing that for a little while along the roadway, selling refreshments to those travelers, he moved inside and set up a business and put one of his employees out here in their Nuka-Cola garb, selling to the travelers instead. That's a Protectron reskinned to the Nuka bottle as well to help protect that vendor. They have a tire bonfire going. It's like I said, it's a social gathering place. People like to gather around and hang out by the fire and drink their refreshing Nuka-Colas. You got a bottle and cappy over here. Plenty of Nuka-Cola signage and paraphernalia in the area, covering all the gas pumps and everything. This was a Nuka-Cola rocket ride thing for the kiddies that I found when I was out exploring, and I notified Sheffield where it was. He sent a team. They went and picked it up. They're in the process of repairing it and getting it set up. Mainly outside seating for his patrons out here.
Hear about that farm run by
all the folks enjoying their refreshing Nuka-Colas. Close that vending machine. Lots of signage around here for Nuka-Colas. He's a big promoter of the Nuka-Cola idea. This over here is a butcher who set up shop adjacent to the Nuka-Cola bar here so that the patrons would have more food options to choose from than just what Sheffield ordered. Or creates, I should say. When they moved here, this Red Rocket also has an adjacent two-bay truck loading dock, which I'll show you in just one second. It's got a tractor trailer over there, as well as a flatbed that was here with a refrigerated container car. The butcher uses that primarily now for his meats and everything that he holds in here. And this is a warehouse where they just hold a bunch of their supplies and everything. But see, the butcher's got his meats in there. I hate that clipping with that door open in there. But they also store some other items in this refrigerator. Easy, buddy. I'm just looking. All right. Oh, sorry for the skip there. Anyway, so we have the refrigerated car. There you go. That's what you get in your face. And there was alcohol stored in there as well as in here because the butcher does enjoy his alcohol as well as take alcohol as payment for some of his services. So because of those reasons, Mrs. Sheffield, yeah, you heard me right, Sheffield found himself a wife here, does not allow Sheffield into the warehouse area or that refrigerated storage car. Everyone knows Sheffield's not allowed there. We'll get to see Mrs. Sheffield in a minute when we go upstairs to the inn. She runs the inn. As it says, rooms for rent upstairs. We'll get back there in just a second. First, we're going to show you the inside of Sheffield's business here. All decorated out, of course, as you would expect. Plenty of Nuka-Cola signage and branding everywhere. He really didn't change the interior too much, just added a little bit of a kitchen area here for their bar food kind of stuff.
We had a good supply of clean water.
Well-stocked Nuka-Cola fridge here that works and keeps those Nuka-Colas cold. Food here for the cook. Of course, he's got a Nuka-Cola on the bar or on the counter there as well. When the stock inside the fridge runs out, they just restock from in here. This guy's maintaining some inventory. More Nuka-Cola signage in here in the office. And there's the man of the hour, Sheffield. Now that he's off the sauce, it turns out Sheffield's got himself quite a mind for business. Yeah, I know, Sheffield. But you're doing well now. Turns out, like I said, he's got quite a mind for business. He set up this inside bar area, as well as, even more importantly, he set up this. During my travels, I came across a couple of mixers, and we had those shipped over here as well. They got those repaired, up and running. They got a chemistry station here, purify water. They reverse engineer some of the Nuka-Cola flavors, and they start putting those formulas and ingredients into the mixers, and they bottle their own Nuka-Colas, put them in the crates and everything, pack up the crates. More inventory management going on here. Have the garage door open here so that travelers, the traders and such, and the provisioners can march their Brahmin right up here and load up those crates on them and head off to the settlements and Drumlin Diner, Diamond City. All those are customers. Sometimes those folks, if they have a radio, they can radio in their orders and acknowledge receipt. If they don't have a radio, they'll just send by word of mouth. But either way, that's what's going on with the tavern here that Sheffield has set up. Thriving little business. Sorry for the jumping around. I'm playing with a mouse. I haven't figured out how to get a controller to work with the keyboard, and I need the keyboard as well. So now we're going upstairs to the lodging portion. This second floor, this is all pre-war. None of this is other than the shack and everything outside. The rest of it is just repurposing pre-war construction. This Nuka-Cola is different, or excuse me, this Red Rocket is different than other Red Rockets because it has a second floor on it, because this is the location of the Red Rocket Boston Regional Headquarters. The regional offices, easy, just walking in. So as you would expect in a small office area like this, you have a receptionist desk as soon as you come in, with filing and supply area that would be behind it, as well as a common area. This would be where they hold some meetings between the management staff, as well as celebrate birthdays and awards and stuff for the employees. The regular kind of small office thing. That's Mrs. Sheffield maintaining the inn up here at her desk. The file area has been converted into a semi-private, single occupancy place to stay. So they get a mattress. Each of these offices for the managers, the South Boston District and the North Boston District, both of which are subordinate to the Boston Regional Manager. The district manager's offices have been converted into single occupancy rooms. They get a mattress as well, as you can see. And yes, the settlers will use those mattresses up on top of the desks. And over here you have the regional training manager and the regional logistics manager.
Just say the word.
The regional training manager is responsible for obviously training all, or was responsible for obviously training all new Red Rocket team personnel, orientations, their safety training, equal employment opportunity training, all that kind of stuff, human resources type stuff. And then the logistics managers was responsible for ensuring that supplies that were necessary by each of the regional Red Rockets were ordered, and then when they would come in from national distribution into the warehouse downstairs out there, they would then be further distributed to the regional or Red Rockets, the ones within the districts. This is the training room, or it was. The desk, the tables were set up in a desk formation. Back there on that little table with the pail was like a projector, and then they would do their training up here on this wall, and that was be the instructors' seat and everything. But all that's been pushed aside, and now it's a common sleeping room. And here you don't get mattresses, you just get sleeping bags. So it's cheaper. Sleeps 5, I should say. And then out here was the break area for the employees. Rooftop break area under canopy. And a little smoke area, of course, just like there's a smoke ashtray out the front door as well. And then in the regional manager's office, which is nicer, is now the home of Mr. and Mrs. Sheffield, who, as I said, run this place. The common area is also where tenants will play games and hang out. Like I said, ashtray out here as well. Now, you think to yourself, why would I pay just to sleep in a sleeping bag? And sleep in a sleeping bag anywhere. Sure, you could. However, paying grants you access to these. The showers, the full bathrooms. Oh yeah, I forgot actually.
Nobody has enough to eat.
Yeah,
Can you
okay.
do something
Get out of the
now?
way. Yeah, I forgot there's also, upstairs here is a office bathroom as well. See? All decked out with good advice too. And then, like I said, you get access to this shower pod that came from a nearby trailer park. Excuse me. And is fully decked out. Shower, sink, stall, or toilet with a vent, skylight, linens, everything. And mirrored on this side as well. So you can see there's definitely incentive. That way they can stop complaining about their dirty fingernails and whatnot. Anyway, that's my build. I hope everybody enjoyed it. If you have any suggestions or comments, please feel free to post below. And hit the like button. This is my first ever build for posting of any kind on any medium, basically. So I'd appreciate any kind of feedback. Thanks a lot. Everybody take care.